You know, when he was going up, I was hoping that song was going to play because it was like more appropriate.
All right, give up for Rodrigo!
How about that?
The founder of Spoken and Heard, what he used to say is like, whenever Rodrigo sings, dogs and cats just, they kind of like, they don't fight anymore. They're just like, nah.
Or he would also,
let's be friends.
He would also say you could be in an alley somewhere and two games would be like getting ready to throw bricks at each other, and then they would hear Rodrigo play and they drop the brick. Oh man, come on, let's fight.
Why are we fighting,
man? How can you fight when you hear something like that, you know?
Rodrigo, every time I hear that, it reminds me of the movie Woman on Top with Penelope Cruz.
Yes.
Yes. The whole soundtrack, I'm just like...
Yeah, Rodrigo goes back way back when we were still used to be in a small stage over there.
When we were... When Kick Butt Coffee was half the size, and we would host from that stage back over there.
Mm-hmm.
This is before we had all the lights in our eyes. What as Ernie says, "You're a star, baby." So let's fix it like that. So I'm figuring, because I'm by myself, I'm going to be bringing up somebody that I can never find at the appropriate time. Oh, but before I do, don't forget about the drink specials. Mixed Wells, $4.25. Get something delicious to eat or drink. And if you haven't seen it yet, check out the specialty drinks right behind the bar. There's like a screen. There's like 2 TVs, and there's like a bunch of drinks up there. I can totally vouch if it's still there. Yes, Grown Ass White Girl is so good. It's so good. The Grown Ass White Girl is good. Let me see. I can't really see from the light. The Gin Mule is good. But whatever. There's some amazing drinks.
Elixir of Mortality.
Truffle Shuffle, something like that. Oh, Sig Frangelico. Okay, I'm getting hungry. Coming up next to the stage, I have told this poet over and over, if I could write as much as he does, I wouldn't always have writer's block. Give it up for Lost in Thought! Woo! Yeah.
So this is very new. I just wrote this today. And new shit, yes.
New shit!
And even though it's Mother's Day, I have a bit of a more complicated relationship with my mom. Unfortunately, she comes from a very pessimistic side, and I'm trying to overcome that in my life. But it's not really what the poem's about, but she's a part of me here. Even as I am writing this, my stomach is twisted in gut-wrenching, dangerous knots, caught up in the damaging and sharp hurt and pain of barbed wire. There's still this voice at the side of my head. Every time I find a place of strength, I've got the devil on my shoulder that's digging in his claws. It doesn't matter, Lane, because you're in the exact same place. Still no man to speak of, still blaming yourself, and you'll be here forever. look at your mom as a mirror. Because sooner or later, you're gonna be her. Nothing can save you, baby boy, because you're doomed. I wrote a piece about how everything was becoming a chore. Watching a movie was a chore. Walking was a chore. Sleeping was a chore. Masturbating was a chore. Living life was a chore, and I was getting tired of my life, my existence. And then today, without walking, I realized something. If I am at a place where everything seems meaningless, where my very existence is ripped open and splayed in terrifying monotone levels of beige, and tomorrows are dreary, then that means I have a place to start from. I have found something. I have found something that actually has power. I found my rock bottom. Okay, so I gotta think here. All the things I used to tear myself apart. All the tools I use to eviscerate myself and convince myself I'm not worth much anymore. Let's go over them, shall we? Yes, I'm awkward, but sometimes I can be awkward to the point that it can make people uncomfortable even at work, because I think so much about what the person is thinking, what other people are thinking of me, that my eyes look like they're suspects under the griddled light of the whites of my eyes. Okay, next, I had the perfect guy. Had him right in my grasp. And I was so scared that he'd reject me that I did whatever I could, said whatever I could to make him reject me first. And what if I never find a guy like that again? Okay, that still stings, but next, my convictions sometimes rest on laurels that are asleep. I tell myself I don't want sex or relationship, but then I do things like ask a guy to go up to my place after an all-male naked yoga class. Okay, next, I obsess. I think about that guy from that yoga class and think about the chitter and the chatter and the talking. Have you heard about that Lane guy? Yeah, he's a crazy slut. Ask me to his place after one ride. Stay away from that guy. Oh yeah, a twofer. I create situations in my head where I can make everyone in the room feel like everyone is against me. Next, I am 44 years old, approaching 50. 10 years since I met that dream guy that I pushed away. And even if they were to show up now saying, Lane, I thought about it. Yeah, I know it's been a decade, but hey, let's see where this goes. And it wouldn't fucking matter because I'm not in the same place. My friend Darnell died. I moved in with an Annie Wilkes wannabe that drudged up all these childhood traumas, and even though we're not roommates anymore, the damage has been done. I am broken, and I'm afraid I can't put myself back together again. Next, I screwed myself after having the experience of a relationship. So here I am, again, starting again, and people can see, they can tell that I am inexperienced, and I am terrified no one is going to give me a chance, because they may be mistaking inexperience and confusion for desperation. Or they may just see I'm weird and awkward. Okay, next! Okay, that's just a few. Yes, I am still in pain. Yes, I still hurt. Yes, I am still screaming inside, but I have to fight. I have to fight to save my life, because I can either stand up and start walking, or I can end myself. And I really don't feel like no longer being here. Besides, I still have a few things I need to do, and that would just get in the way. I am taking handfuls of this barbed wire, letting it cut and scar my skin, gash open my knuckles, while this unforgiving sun burns me alive. But I still want to fight. Hell, I will fucking crawl if I have to. So you know what, little devil? Keep on talking. Because some may find it pathetic, while others find it empowering. I don't care what the tools you use. Self-help books, therapy, masturbation, whatever you need to do to use to keep on going, that's what I'm gonna do. Because even as I speak, even as there's this crying child inside me that wants to hide, I will do what I can to nurture him, like any parent would. Some may think I'm a loser for starting again so late, for never having been in a long-term relationship, for having the perfect chance of throwing it away. But fuck them. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts like hell. But at least I'm still standing. Well, yes, it would have been nice to have my first ever stable boyfriend when all this shit went down, but here I am, still single, 44, still alone. Yeah, I regret it. But I can't let regret control my life. My life and my existence going forward. At least I'm still fighting.
Yeah.
Next.
Whoa!
Alright, give it up for Austin Guy! Hey guys, he's potty trained, he's got all the shots. Hey, you got protection, don't you?
He's housebroken too.
Yeah, he is housebroken, he really is.
Well,
I was born in a house,
Yeah.
so there's that.
You got protection on you, right? Guys?
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? We need to go to a gay bar and you need to take me with you and they'll be like, ew. I'm like, yeah, don't take me, take him. They'll be like, what are you doing here? Anyway. Okay, lost the thought. Okay, see, I only have one problem with your poem.
What's that?
oh, here we go.
Just one, just one.
Oh, yeah.
That he wrote it?
No. Masturbate. Wait, no, stop. Masturbation a chore? No!
Trust me, it can happen.
It was the point of, the point of the matter, everything. Sleeping is a chore.
Everything feels like a chore. Life feels like a chore.
Even masturbating.
Oh! I'm sorry. That was the only thing that stuck out with me. I literally dropped the spray back there. I was like,
You did it again.
Like the usual suspects kind of way.
oh well.
That's a good movie. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight just thinking about that.
I like that scene where they're all sitting in the car and they're in California, and they know it's their death sentence, but they got to do it, and then they're all like kind of just talking to themselves, and one of the guys goes, "It's raining in New York," and it's just like, fuck, they're going to their deaths. They know it,
Yeah. Okay, who's on next?
All right, coming up next.
Coming up next, let's hear it for Spooky McDougal.
Why does this look so blurry? I don't understand. What the heck? Sorry, it looks so blurry.
What's up, y'all? Yes, my
Spooky.
name is Spooky
You're the
McDougal.
man.
I didn't bring this so I could play drums with the other musicians. I brought it so I could be like that. I recently learned that it's pronounced yerba mate. I always thought it was pronounced yerba mate.
Australian joke.
I guess I thought you had Vegemite.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm excited to see what like Gen Z and Gen A or Alpha, whatever it's called. I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I hope I live long enough to see what her friends complain about as like when they get old, like what they bitch about as old people. Like, back in my day, we didn't have no fancy Chinese AI robots teaching us how to read. We went down to the library and listened to a drag queen, like a real American. Andrew was talking about, like we all have these boring 9-to-5 jobs. I do apartment maintenance, so that's pretty exciting. I found a dead body recently. Yeah, so basically what happened is this couple lives on the 3rd floor. This kid lives on the 2nd floor, and he calls and says, there's a brown sticky liquid dripping from my bedroom ceiling. So I'm like, that's not good. So I go over there, and it's blood. It's definitely blood or something. So I just say, and it smells terrible in his apartment. So I'm like, let me go see what's going on upstairs, because nothing should be leaking from the bedroom ceiling at all. So I knock on the door, just not expecting an answer, and I hear this woman's voice go, "Oh, hold on, I just need to put some clothes on." I'm like, "Okay, what is going on?" As soon as she opens the door, it's just the smell hits you like a brick. It's just terrible. And I'm like, the place is just a mess. You can tell this lady has been living on the couch for who knows how long, and it was just really sad. But I'm like, I'm investigating a leak. Have you seen anything like weird? She's, no, I'm not seeing anything weird. Okay. I only take a couple steps into her apartment, and I can see into the bedroom, and there's a pool of blood under her bed. But there's also like cat stuff everywhere, so I'm like, oh, you're a crazy cat lady, your cat died. They just didn't say anything about it. No, I only have to take a couple more steps before I see an actual dead body. I didn't see much, but it was like crazy. And he had been in there for 3 weeks. Yeah, so I didn't think it was real at first. And so I just yell out, what the fuck? And she goes, what? What's wrong? I call the EMTs, they show up, they're really cool. She never acknowledged the dead body, even with the EMTs that were there, until one of them asked, so who's your friend? And she goes, oh, that's Stephen. Stephen Perez, he's my boyfriend. Apparently he wasn't supposed to be there, like he didn't live there, but he wasn't on the lease, and she was afraid of getting evicted, and I think they were doing like fentanyl and stuff, because that's what the cleanup people said, they thought it was an overdose. But yeah, so he had been in there for 3 weeks because she was afraid if she said anything, she was gonna get evicted. And, but the EMTs were asking her like, oh, so what's your name, Patty? All right, hi, Patty. I'm gonna answer a couple questions, they might seem silly, but answer them to the best of your ability. Do you know where you are? Austin, Texas. Do you know what year it is? 2024. Do you know who the president is? And she hesitated. And all of a sudden she goes, Trump's still my president. And then it all made sense, you know? My boyfriend's still alive. No, that didn't really happen. But actually the most traumatizing part of it was the guy who lived on the second floor. Because when I was checking out the blood, it was like living your own horror movie. It was crazy. He's playing video games and listening to this like 90s alternative playlist, but it's like chopped and screwed. I guess that's the editing term. So everything is super slowed down, including the vocals. So the song called Everlong by the Foo Fighters, great song, comes on, and I'm like, okay, this is neat. But once the vocals hit, it's like, and I wonder, and I want to be like, no, who ruined this? I don't know. I made me feel old. I have one last joke. It's long, so after this will be done. Yeah, my name is Boog McDougal. I have a cousin named Noodles McGillicuddy. Obviously, we have weird names in my family. But he is and you would be correct in assuming, with a name like that he is a circus clown. No, really? Noodles McGillicuddy? But he's not, any ordinary clown. He's an educated man. He spent 8 years at clown college, where he studied circus law. So basically, he's like a personal injury lawyer for like carnival workers. But he had a hard life. He had a hard upbringing. He was raised by his maternal grandfather, who owned the circus that they all worked at. He never knew his real father, and his mother was trapped in a deep depression, brought on by the loss of Noodles' brother in a fatal clown car accident. Noodles' grandfather was a hard man. He came from that generation where men didn't talk about their feelings, and you pulled yourself up by your rainbow suspenders. One time, some of the other clowns locked Noodles in the cage with the bear that rides a little motorcycle. You know what I'm talking about? But the joke was on them, because Noodles and that bear became best friends. Of course, once Noodles' grandfather found out, he had the bear put down. He was a bitter and jealous man who was still, resentful over his wife leaving him for the bearded lady. It's my favorite part of it. Anyway, I saw Noodles a couple years ago at my aunt's wedding, and we were talking about life and stuff, and he said something that was really interesting. He said, you never lie to your lawyer or your doctor, but sometimes you gotta lie to your wife in the IRS. Which probably explains why he ended up in prison for tax evasion and divorced. But I mean, can you fault the guy for living by his convictions? Thank you, my name is Spooky McDougal.
Let's hear it for Spooky McDougal.
Thank you.
Okay, when you folks pick clothes, is it more comfort or style or a little bit of both?
Both.
A little bit of both? So you would be willing to sacrifice comfort for a little bit of style?
See, the women say yes and the guys say no.
Yeah.
Guys are like, well, how much does it cost?
Both comfort and style.
Okay, no, just curious, okay.
What brought that up?
My boots.
Oh, I can't
Every
get it.
time I come, I mean, they're actually more comfortable than my motorcycle boots. But every so often, I'll kind of like come step back from the mic and go, ow.
Actually, that reminds me when I was younger, I think in my 20s, I had this pair of white pants, like tight,
Put
skin
your
tight.
face on the mic so they can hear you.
Yeah, skin tight pair of white pants, and I couldn't even wear my wallet. I would have to put like a credit card in it, and that's it. That's all I had room
Well,
for.
that's how you club. You just put like a credit card and a lipstick and an ID and go.
Well, sans lipstick.
Yeah. I know what to say.
Why not? Chapstick. Anyway, continue.
New voice.
New
Yeah.
New voice!
Yes. First time here, ever, at Spoken and Heard. And I'm going to look up her name right now because that's what
Because you forgot.
Ah.
How can you remember that it's a new voice and not remember her name?
Spanking offense.
It's okay,
I'm-
folks. This is his first time here. He's never done this before.
I'm awkward. Like I said up before, I'm awkward. New voice. Coming up, first time ever, let's hear it for Lily.
Camera phone.
Hi, y'all.
Hey!
You have no pickup?
A cord, a lead. Plug in.
Which cord?
The red one. Yeah.
Wow, this is exciting. I grew up in Austin, but I've been gone at college, at art school in Boston. And in Boston, it's so cold
Yeah.
and so dark, and the drivers are so bad that when I came home, I was like, I need a new hobby. And I started playing the guitar, and I'm gonna play Little Green by Joni Mitchell, and this one's for my mom in the audience. Born with moon in Cancer. Choose her name, she'll answer to. Call her green, and the winters cannot fade her. Call her green for the children who made her little green. You wandering dancer. you're not ashamed, little green. Have a happy ending. Just a little green, like the color when the spring's born. There'll be crocuses spring to school tomorrow. Just a little green, like the nights when the northern lights perform. The icicles and birthday clothes, and sometimes they'll be sorrow. That was my first time ever playing my acoustic guitar. Plugged in. It's a totally different feel.
Yeah.
Every single time I've played my guitar, it's been in a dorm room for my friends, like sitting on a bed, like cross-legged, like looking down. So this is new for me, but I appreciate y'all learning with me. I'm gonna play a little bit of another song. This is an original. I study acting, and so this was based on a play that I was in. It was a student-written play called Stains about a girl in Colton, Nebraska, who has to get married, and so she decides instead of getting married, she wants to run into a blizzard, which, you know, been there. It's called Stains, because that's what the play's also called. Bloodstains made fate could never disappear. Shirt sleeves, wet sheets. Look at me.
cord's still plugged in.
Oh, here he comes, here he comes. Jesus.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been the first time that somebody's walked off stage with their guitar or amplifier still plugged in.
Okay.
No, it happens. Believe me, trust me, it's all good.
New voice, first time ever here on the stage. Let's hear it for Lily. That was beautiful, yes.
And Ernie, that just reminded me of something.
Pretty song too.
Yes.
I have to practice, damn it.
Yeah.
It is different though when you've never plugged in an acoustic guitar and you go on stage with monitors and everything, and it is a different feel, a different sound. It's like, whoa, okay, it's loud. But still, it was pretty and delicate. I liked that.
Yes.
That was nice. How long were you up in Boston?
I mean, for the school year, but I just finished my second year.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, my daughter's going to be going to UNT in August. I already miss her, damn it. She's going to be majoring in music and graphic art. So,
Ooh, nice.
and she was, one day she just came out, she was like, Mom. I was like, what? Did you know UNT only has a 16% acceptance rate for the music school? And I was like, well, then you're pretty damn good. What do you think? She's like, I swear, artists always have to work on their confidence. Anyway, she's like, I guess. I was like, oh my God, own it! Sorry.
The artists are their own worst critic.
Yes,
But
yes.
see, but at the same time, nobody likes a cocky artist.
Also true.
Even if they are good, it's like, yeah, I like his music or his art or her art or music, but he's such a dick.
Yeah. All right, lost of thought. Who is coming up next?
So,
So,
he's been here a few times. But,
I almost feel like you need to like have your eyes like this. So,
Do you have any great poupon?
oh God,
No way.
pardon me. Okay, come on, bring him up, quick.
it's too bad there's not like a window prop that I can roll down. Coming up next, let's hear it for Joseph Simmons.
Hello, kick butt.
Hello,
Look, where are the parents in the audience?
Right in front of you.
Parents? Thanks for being here. Thanks. Happy Mother's Day. I'm gonna call my mom after this. And happy Mother's Day, Mother. Maybe you'll see this. I'm gonna be honest, I love kids, but I'm gonna be honest, I do find parents completely unrelatable. The other day, a couple of parents I know say that their kids sometimes bring them so much joy it's painful. Up until that point, I thought that pain was the thing that was painful. And I guess like the closest I've gotten to that level of joy is when I accidentally ate 9 donuts in one sitting.
Wow.
And my doctor has advised me that even that smaller joy will make me pre-diabetic. And with the cost of insulin, what it is these days, like I don't know if I can actually even afford a full-blown kid. So I'm gonna just keep eating donuts to get that small taste of parenthood. So I was a kid once. I don't have kids, obviously. And when I was a kid, I was a huge fan of Star Trek. I had like hundreds of Star Trek action figures, and I thought this was paradise for a child. So I would boast about it loudly in front of other kids with the assumption that they would run to my house to become my best friend. So I didn't actually have a lot of friends as a kid. So Star Trek has a lot of aliens in it, and my favorite aliens is actually the Vulcans. I like them because they were super logical and they suppressed their emotions. This is probably another reason why I did not have a lot of friends as a kid. So some kids, they want to be firefighters or astronauts when they grow up. I wanted to be an emotionless alien. And look, I didn't have a chaotic childhood or anything like that. I just thought it sounded fun. And you may be thinking, but fun is an emotion. So you were being emotional about the lack of emotion. Yes, I was. And to be honest, I still get emotional about it. So some kids get excited about going to Disneyland or getting a puppy. I got excited about never feeling excitement again. So that's where I was at. I'm fine now. I'm a normal person. I'm not normal. I'm not an open mic. I think being against discrimination is a good idea, but I'm going to be honest, I think you can take a good idea too far. So, for example, there's this progressive professor at the University of Washington who's trying to get people to stop discrimination against her marrying her own cousin. And yeah, right? And we live in a divided time, but somehow this is a rare bright spot of bipartisanship. There's a Kentucky lawmaker who is on the same page when it comes to cousin marriage. And I am assuming that this will make their Christmases in Seattle a little less weird, but they'll probably still argue about microchips and vaccines. So I didn't know that cousin marriage was on the bleeding edge of civil rights in America today. I might be a little bit behind on this. So it is still illegal in 25 states. I don't know if y'all knew this. And in some states where it is legal, you can only do it if you're super old and desperate. So I don't know if y'all have been like following the news at all these days, but there's like global crises happening. There are protests that there's too much division to do anything about. So it is great to see these rare moments of bipartisanship, but I'm going to be honest, it's not great. It's a push for legislation that'll finally allow Gus and Esther, those star-crossed cousins, to get married. But sometimes you just got to take what you can get, kind of like Gus is doing. That's my sad idea.
It's really hard to hum loudly, like when you're singing, and you gotta harmonize in a hum.
Let's hear it for Joseph Simmons.
Because what song is it that we because like tonight, probably when me and Hot Tamale get home, we do karaoke at the house. I have my studio set up, and we sing. What song is it where there's a lot of humming, and it's really hard to project that out?
Crash Test Dummies?
No. I'm asking her.
Landslide.
And what's
Landslide's one of them.
Okay, well anyway, so I was like, well, how do we bring that out? It's like, well,
You put the microphone in your nose.
Yeah, put the microphone. You put your nostril against the microphone. So otherwise,
It's really freaking loud.
it's hard to hum over the band. Anyway.
Okay, don't forget about the drink specials. Mixed Wells, $4.25. Get yourself something delicious to eat or drink from the bar, and tip your bartender.
Don't tip her over. Just
No.
tip her.
Dead presidents, greens. What else? What's more slang for money?
Moolah.
Moolah. Give me another one.
Gold.
No. Gold. Yeah, we're pirates. Arr.
Green.
Give her some doubloons.
Dough. Cake. Scratch.
Cake?
Yeah, I've heard yours cake.
I'm gonna have to go with it. I'm tragically unhip.
Dead presidents.
I already said that. Coming up next.
Coming up next. She is right behind you. Let's hear it for Amiella.
Don't look at the lights.
Same back I've had all night.
Okay, alright. Alright. Can I use this one just to talk? Because that's a little reverby. That's a little reverby. Reverby. Hi, I'm Amiella, and the first song I'm going to play is by a friend of mine named Paul Anthony. I think he won't be mad at me for saying this. Back when I met him, he needed a place to stay, and so he was really high on meth, and I let him sleep on my couch. For a week, and he's all better now. And what he does is he goes into rehab places with his band, and they bring in instruments, and they play music to encourage people to stop doing drugs. Yeah, he's really awesome. He does have an album out, so find him, Paul Anthony. And this song, I played with him like many years ago, actually when we first met. He almost got me evicted, by the way. Playing guitar after hours, that kind of thing, when I wasn't there. This is called A Test of Wolves. But he did, I just like the song. And he's all better. He's all better.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. I want it to be a good mix. Yeah, that's good. I'm sorry. You're good. It'll be good. All right, perfect. Okay, this is much. All right.
Pick up and get high, suffer the lights. Will there be no soul left to take? You're not alone, stripped down to your bones. The real ones hurt in a world so fake. But I want you to live, I want you to fight. Be the one you left behind. I want you to love, I want you to rise. Be the one you'll come to find.
is one you might recognize. Actually, I'm gonna let you choose. I'm let you choose. I practiced them both. I can play How Far I'll Go by Moana, or Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. So which one? You want Moana? Hallelujah. Okay. Now I'm gonna play. Hallelujah is longer though. You said I can only do 2 short ones.
I approve.
You approve? You guys can sing because it's an instrumental. Seriously. Okay, yeah, I'll play it Hallelujah. I actually got kicked out. I got banned from a bar for playing this song. Do you think the host was anti-Semitic? I'm serious. It was the water tank. It really was. He was bald too. Yeah. I know it's kind of scary. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? It's a really good song. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, I really hope someday quick announcement. I have Lyme disease, and so I'm just encouraging people, if they don't know what it is, to watch this man. His name is Ren, and he's 27, and he's a kind of a rap star. He wrote a song called Suicide. I was gonna improv with it tonight. Just look him up, because Lyme is a real serious thing, and people really should kind of know the symptoms, because you might have been bit by a tick, a wood tick, a long time ago and not know it. If you have like immune deficiencies or like chronic fatigue syndrome, like I had for a while, you wouldn't know, and you can actually get it through the placenta. So you can actually be born with it, and a lot of people don't know that. So I am gonna try to get treated soon. Hopefully, I've only had it 2 years, so Ren had it 10 years. He just started getting treated. He's had it 10 years. So listen to some of his interviews. He's got really great music. Incredible rap singer, a British rap singer. Thank you so much.
Let's hear it for Amiella.
No, wait, wrong mic. The other one. No, the other one, the one behind you. That mic, there you go.
I'm ADHD, remember? I get easily confused. Something shiny. Let's hear it for Amiella.
Bacon.
What about bacon?
I like bacon.
Kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits.
I'm not crazy about that turkey bacon though. It's too dry.
Oh, I know why she's not up here. It suddenly makes sense now that I see the list. Exactly. What she said, oh my God. But coming up next to our stage is the other half of our show. My spiritual big sister, Tamale.
You guys almost collided there.
Are you gonna take a picture?
Why is this so blurry? I don't understand. This
Okay,
is
well, hold
weird.
on.
Hey, you guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know why this is.
Ernie B, I can't hear
I think I'm
myself
gonna have
with
to
the.
stop. I'm gonna stop.